Hello ladies, this is Courtney coming to you from my car because I spent a ton of time in here. I've got my eyes on, I have no face on. I thought I would just do a really quick way to put makeup on in a simple way, especially if you're new. So I've got my mini double decker, I've got my face in the top, I've got my, let's see, what have I got? This is my Sunlit, is my brightening highlight, Amber is my main highlight. And then I've got Indigo for my contour. I also have Astoria because that's the contour I started with. I was too scared of the Indigo, but as soon as I tried it, I was obsessed and I have not looked back. So, and then I have, let's see, that lip is, I think that's Royal. And then my Honey Illuminator, okay? Usually I have a bunch of eyeshadows in the back, but I've kind of converted. I have a really big triple decker now because I have a problem. I wanted everything and I'm slowly getting everything. But usually I have shadows in the back because I try to keep my powders and my creams separate. And I encourage you to do that in your compacts if you have 2 levels. But this is Love Spell. I love it. It is currently out of stock and it was a limited edition. I'm hoping they bring it back, but it's my go-to fall color. And then Unicorn is one of my favorite shadows. I did not start with it, but then once I got it, I do not ever want to run out. So I do have them kind of far apart because I don't want to get the powder from my shadow onto my cream lip and cheek color. So you know, I tend to use my 3 favorite brushes when I'm doing things. So I've got the Detail, which is great for contour. You can use it for anything. I've got the blend brush, the Best Blend. It's good for anything, but I use it usually for my highlights, this for my contours. And then the brush and bronzer brush. So I love it. It's great for blending, for powder, for blush, for bronzer. You can do all this with one brush if you get something that's really versatile, like the 3D brush. But this is how I do it. So I'm gonna just come in and do my face for you guys. I already have a video on our YouTube channel for the cheetah hack, and it's one for newbies. This is another good newbie based video. So your main color is what's going to most closely match your skin. It's going to kind of just be what goes all over. Your brightener is going to go in the areas we want to brighten up. Your contour is where we want to sculpt, where we have natural shadows on our face. So if you're really nervous, go ahead and just put your light layer. Too much of this makeup is not a good thing, guys. A light layer of your main highlight all over, and then go back in and brighten and contour. That's how I started, but now I like the finish because you want this to be a second skin. So as you get more comfortable and know where things kind of go, you can get more specific. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my brightener. I'm going to use the smaller end of my blend brush, and I'm going to start by just going under my eyes and down my nose, and I'm going to fill that in. Be gentle and delicate under your eyes, ladies. Okay. Now, of course, the lighter your brightener is, the more it's going to pop. Of course, though, we do not want to go so light that we see tons of texture. And you can see I've got like some breakouts and stuff right now, so hopefully this will cover pretty good for us. But if we are too light or have too much product on our face, you're going to see way too much texture, which is what we're trying to avoid. And that creams can help you really do a beautiful job of that if you use them the right way, ladies. So if you're seeing too much texture, too many fine lines, wrinkles, and you feel like it's making them pop instead of kind of camouflaging them, then you may be either using too much product or you may have too light of a color. I'm just going to go down my nose. So with the triangles under my eyes, okay, you saw that right? Under my eye, down my nose, and then bring the triangle up and out. And you go down your nose, because we're going to focus on our T-zone. And then I bring it down right here, the center. And then I go right here too, okay? Then I make sure, a lot of times I'll come back in and polish this at the end if I need to. Awesome. So now the next step that's the easiest for me is to do my contour. I save my main highlight for last because it's filling the gaps with it. But I come in, let's push my headband back. You guys know I love this headband. And then you're just going to swipe along your hairline, okay? So our contour, so we're sculpting, there's a line that goes across here. There's going to be one that goes around our jaw, and then we're going to come right on the very bottom part of our cheeks, not way down under our cheeks, but right on the bottom. Okay, if you have what you feel like is a more prominent or a larger forehead, you may want to contour down lower. If it's a small forehead, you may want to do less. We all have different faces. I'm more than happy to help you with that personally if you need some help with that. So I haven't even blended yet, but see, there's definition coming out, and I don't have so much over here, okay? There's more definition, and I'm not even blended yet. And if you're nervous, start with not a lot. You can always tap into your creams again and go again. I always want to go on the side of too light than too heavy because I can keep building. But I don't want to get too heavy of coverage, and I like to go back and tweak and play and add and not get super crazy dark. Okay, then I'm going to go in and do my cheeks. So we're going like a diagonal line from the top of our ear. You can go straight and stop, or you can do a little lift up right there to do a little lift under your cheek, okay? But you don't want to go too far down because that's going to bring your face down instead of raising it up like we want, and you don't want to come too far in to like all of this. So I've started doing a little swoop right there. And again, looking for that line. It kind of gets to be second nature. I've been using this makeup for, I don't know, a month or half, almost 2 months now. And I kind of know where stuff goes now. At first, I felt so confused, and it was literally kind of paint by numbers for me. So it's just warming. My contour is a very warm color based on my coloring. We all kind of have different coloring and needs. I look at everything from your roots to your brows to your natural coloring and shadows, okay? And then I'm going to go in and use my smaller end of my detail brush and do my nose. The more narrow your lines are, the more narrow your nose, okay? If they're really wide and far apart, it's going to make your nose still look kind of straight and boxy and wide. And then you can do a pretty slight arch up here on this part as well. Of course, the smaller the brush you use, the more detailed you can get right here. You can always use like the eyeshadow, like the little brush, or the they're like a multitasker, is that what they're calling it? They renamed these brushes when they rebranded, and so sometimes I call them their own names, but no harm, no foul. My girls who are makeup queens, I can give you, and you can do more advanced stuff, I can tell you about using multiple contour colors as far as being appropriate for the different types of shadows on your face. But that's a more advanced thing, so that's not for everybody. It's hard to do my makeup in my phone, y'all. I'm blending that a little bit. I don't really enjoy doing my nose contour in the car. I feel like I don't nail it as good. Okay, and then I'm gonna come with this line. You're gonna blend down your neck. Okay, this one you're gonna blend up, like back into your hairline. And here you're gonna blend up, because we don't wanna blend down. We're trying to lift our cheeks. And you're blending upwards to where your blush is gonna be, because your blush is gonna sit right on top of that contour. Okay. Awesome. Now I'm gonna come in and use my fluffy end of my blend brush. And in the areas that I didn't put either is where my main makeup's gonna go. So like I did it on my chin for my main brightener, but I didn't go like here. And I can kind of go around it. I didn't go on the sides of my lips. I can go right here between that contour, my jaw contour and my cheek contour. Now I don't want to put a ton of layers on today because it's a Sunday. So I'm trying to kind of conceal that little bit of a breakout there without anything too crazy. All right, now I'm gonna go kind of to make sure we're everything kind of met together right here. There's a little bit of coverage. I'm also gonna go kind of right in here. If I need to, I can line it with my brightener when I'm done. Okay, so I am gonna go back with my brightener and just go right down my nose. Okay, make sure I'm popping right here. I can touch it if I think I came too far in on some of this. I can kind of just slightly put a little bit more coverage there. And then I'm gonna blend a little bit. This is the big fluffy end of my blush and bronzer brush. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the blush in, the smaller end. I'm gonna add a little bit of blush to my cheeks. You don't wanna go too close to your nose or too close to your eye. Remember the 2-finger rule. So it's gonna go there and then you're gonna blend it back, okay? And it's gonna go like we have contour, and then we're gonna have blush sitting right there on the meeting or contour. You can always add, this is really pigmented, most of these, so start with less than you think and it's gonna go a lot farther than you realize. Look how pretty. Yes, so pretty. All right, and then I'm gonna go and just use my finger and get a little bit of my illuminator. I'm using honey, and I'm just gonna dab it along my cheek. I love illuminator, I use a lot. I actually have recently ordered some of the powder illuminators because they have more of a punch and pop to them. This cream ones, like honey and angel and rose gold, are a little bit more natural. So we're in kind of natural light outside in the car. So you may get to see the shine. You may not a lot since we're out here. I always like to do my Cupid's bow so that it pops. And then one thing I do like to do is either use my illuminator or my unicorn, either one. And you can just go and put a tiny bit on your brow bone right there for a pop. And right there. And then also in the inner corners. Can you see a difference in my eyes yet? It's a pretty shine to it. Again, the lighting, it's not bad out here, but it's not necessarily fabulous for this. But let's be real, most of us are on the go and do things in our car really quick before we run into work or get the kids or do something. So, you know, I just like to. And then let's add some lips. I'm gonna add some Love Spell. It's my favorite. I do a lot of soft neutral pinks though, most days. And then I just do a quick, if I have time, a quick look to make sure everything's blended. Especially if I do it quickly in the car. Which I was going kind of quick, but kind of not because I was trying to talk to you guys. So let's look at my face. Got some pretty definition there. I don't know if you can see. You can always go darker. I try to be careful because I don't want to get so much definition it looks like my makeup doesn't match. Like, that's a phobia of mine. But you can see there's good definition, especially the way light naturally plays off your face. It's just going to enhance it even more because there's sun on the side. There's not as much on the side, so you can already see the way that the light's going to make that illusion of more structure even more. There's more light over here, so you're not going to see it quite as good. But that's my face. Super pretty. I went a little heavy on the eye makeup today. I used shadow to line. It's still there. It's from this morning. I think I've done my face like 4 times today for fun. I've just taken the makeup off and made videos for my clients and for my pages, and I think I went live earlier today. But that's a good, just basic, simple face, okay? So main highlight is most similar to traditional makeup. It's your all over color. Your brightener is what's going to go triangles under your eyes, your nose. You can put a little bit right down the middle of your lip if you like, and then on your chin, okay, that T-zone. You can even, I usually put just a few, like 2 or 3 strokes right there, and then it blends out nicely into my main color. It's gonna go kind of everywhere that you didn't brighten. And then your contours go in right on the bottoms of your cheekbones. There's different tricks based on your face shape too. I try to post graphics that kind of take it up a notch, but these videos I keep it simple. You can go straight. If you're feeling brave, you can do a slight swoop right there to try to give you a little bit, to kind of highlight those cheekbones a little bit more. And then, oh, one thing I didn't do is I didn't put a little bit of contour under my lip, which you guys know if you've seen my videos, I love doing. Gives me an extra pout. And you can always take your contour too, and whatever's left on your brush, kind of go right there, just to make that shadow. So yeah, that's a simple face. Did it in the car. I did it with my mini double decker. I could have done it with one brush, but I am going to be high maintenance and use my 3D most of the time because they're my favorite. If you can only get one brush, that 3D is a great one to start with. Some of you need lighter coverage, some of you need heavier, and I can get specific with you on that based on you. I try to make everything custom, from the color profile to my recommendations. But the 3D is kind of the go-to, the most general brush. And then depending on the type of coverage, because the brush affects your coverage. These are awesome. They're double-ended. I just cleaned them today. You want to clean them once a week. Take care of your brushes and they'll take care of you girls. But if you have any questions, shoot them to me. I'm going to be slowly popping more and more videos up here. Some beginner, some intermediate, some advanced, some just tips and tricks for troubleshooting. So make sure you subscribe and follow us so that you can keep seeing everything that's there. If I have been working with you as an artist, send me your questions. If I'm happy to help anybody, but I'm going to make sure if you're working with an artist already, you continue to give your business to them, because as Seint sisters, we all share the love and we're not territorial, and we're just here to empower women, because girls, you already are beautiful. It's just time you started feeling it. So now is the time. Try that out and send your artist any questions if you have them. Thanks guys. I hope you have a great day.